and I'm willingly and openly showing you what it looks like to be creative and create chaos and clean it up. And that's how my creative brain works. And I'm not going to hide it anymore. This is how it happens at my home. Every time I get creative, a tornado happens. You can usually tell I'm super happy during the tornado, but then, of course, I get overwhelmed. But I don't want you to feel ashamed, just as I don't want to feel ashamed. This is not a deep clean. This is just a quick pick me up. There's like Christmas leftover on these chairs. It's just enough for me not to be walking on crap. I already hung up the painting and I put the cushions on. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself checks. But I noticed that the kitchen does need a deep clean. I'm going to write it down and let it go for now. I cleaned this enough that I wouldn't feel so overwhelmed because I do need to cook. And I'm going to put something in the crock pot, just easy. Before I put it away, I think I'm going to decorate for Christmas here and just clean that up as best as I can. That way it'll free this up, and then I will keep writing down things that I need to do so I don't get too distracted to do them, because today is reset day. I'm so proud because I stuck to the plan. I really just went according to resetting everything in a way that I could come back and continue. And I did work on the little vignettes in the kitchen, which helped to clean the table. Plus, it was a very enjoyable moment. Also, getting rid of a lot of this chaos was very helpful to my brain, because I noticed that I prefer aesthetically pleasing spaces that are easier on the eye than very functional spaces. So I decided that I'm just going to make this look pretty, even though I do have a little sugar thing here that is functional. The rest of the stuff that's functional is going to go up in the cupboards, away from where I don't need to be looking at the mess every single day. The same here. I just had too much stuff going on, and so that got cleared out. And I, put something a lot simpler here. I don't like also seeing the outlets and the cables, and so I try to hide them as best as possible, just so that it looks nice and clean. And that really helps me. On the countertop, I also cleared out everything, and I just kept it very simple. I had also gotten these styrofoam trees that I thought, oh, let me paint them green. Actually, this is the green that I have in my green buffet, and some leftover paint that was pretty dry, but I added some water and made it work. And then I thought, oh, maybe with that ribbon that you see on the right, I could probably wrap it up and make it look good. But as the day progressed and more ideas came to me, this project got left to dry and never finished. So today is the day that I get to finish it. At night, when my husband came home, we sat down, watched TV. The dog was sitting there next to me. It was a very enjoyable moment putting this Christmas tree together. So it was like a cozy moment also, except for our cat. Oh my goodness.
What's the problem, Zoe? What's the problem? Huh?
She is scandalous, to say the least. But anyway, I finished these little trees and they ended up looking super cute. And it was very simple. I just put ribbon and some pins on that previously painted styrofoam that I had painted green. And it worked out. I had two of them, a bigger one and a little one. And recently I learned how to make really cute bows. And so I've been making bows for the Christmas tree and for the little trees as toppers. They look really cute. These red bows are for the Christmas tree, and so I wanted to make these a little bit longer to make sure they looked vintage, and I really love the way they look. What do you think? Do you like these bows? And sometimes I get stuff like this stars from IKEA, and I got a little flustered and I thought, oh, I'm just going to wait for my husband. And so sometimes I do get a little bit of help, and that's actually even more fun. Research points out the fact that when you work on a space, you actually add your own touches. You work on it with a lot of intent, and it's for you. There's a lot of creativity, a lot of handmade things. There's a lot more satisfaction in your personal spaces because of this. And I truly believe that for me, because I have touched every single inch of this space time and time again, and I fall in love with it over and over and over again. I love that we get to do that if we want to be creative in our homes. We don't even have to go out and be creative elsewhere. We can do it right at home, and that is magical. And yes, we have two trees, a real tree and this faux tree. I made this last year. It's actually a pretty cool idea. Maybe I could perfect it this year. No, 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 I'm not gonna do that. No, never mind. I just gotta set these up. I got plenty of ornaments and plenty of things to do. But I did set it up and make it look pretty in what I call my academia room. It just feels like I could grab a book and get cozy in here. I have got to show you something because I feel really proud of everything I've done. I accomplished a lot of things on my list. And I'm gonna go upstairs though because I want to show you something that's true. Okay, flip the camera so you could actually see. Yikes. This is the aftermath of Christmas. And I'm also getting things out. I mean, not everything's Christmas. As you can see, there's things out. Those are not, that's not Christmas related. But apparently my brain went chaotic. This is the attic, usually where I store Christmas. And so you can see some things are out of here. But they're probably in here. So I think the next video is going to be about resetting my attic and whatever the heck this is. This is a horrible mess. At the end of the day, I'm not pretending to be perfect or wanting to be perfect. I really want to be fulfilled and full of joy in my everyday living. And I want to enjoy little moments like Christmas time, vintage bow making, whatever it is I'm doing. And yes, I do have to do resets. They're good for the soul too. I want to talk about my cat because she shows up in every video crying about something. She's had food, she's had treats, she's had dry food, she has water, and she will not shut up. Or I don't know what you need, Zoe. I don't know what you need. You are causing me stress. Yeah. Act like you did nothing. No noise from you now, huh? Just remember, you and I can create bliss at home and in our lives. I'll talk to you later.